Alright, now we're going to go into the video of getting in and out of a chair and the correct form to do that. Again, a lot of the way to get in and out of a chair deals with strength of the muscles, leverage, and where you're going to use the most muscles at. We just went over how to traction the hips out. Again, if the hips are tight and they become weak, what you're going to see is the feet are going to get together in everything they do because they're off balance. So people will want to stand like this, and then their feet are together when they're ready to walk. A lot of times that first step is what could lead to a fall. So if my feet are together when I get up and I talk a little bit and I trip right over the chair on the side up, that's an area, or standing up. Those are two places right that leads to the fall, right when you stand up and take your first couple steps. Because there's something to trip over there when you're going to start walking. So the best way to get in and out of a chair is you want to have your feet wide and your legs wide. So you want them outside of shoulder width. You want to turn your feet out just a little bit. And then from there, hands go right on the lap, lean forward a little and push up. That's the easiest way to come up out of a chair, is just like that there. When I'm up, now my feet are wide, now I'm ready to go. So if I'm out here, when they walk, you want to keep this feet nice and wide. That's why you need those hips tractioned out, flexible, because what happens is when I start walking and take my steps, I'm ready to go. If I trip on something when my feet are wide, if something clips my foot here, I'm at a lot less area or a lot less chance of falling because my feet are wide. I just pick my foot up, I go right over here. Now if my foot's underneath me and I pick it up, I'm already wobbling a little bit. So I got a much greater chance, especially if my legs are weak, to go right down. If I'm out here, that's, I could just, and I come right back into balance. So what you want to do is get those feet nice and wide. So even when they walk too, when they walk feet wide, you want those feet apart. So that's another area that's going to help prevent falls, because when something does happen, if I step in a hole that's uneven or something, or if I trip or I hit something, again, a lot of the precautions to get this stuff out of the way that's in front of them, which is a great precaution, but there's always going to be times that they might not be in their house or somewhere else where you got to be ready to step in a hole, or if you step out of bed and take a wrong step, you want to have the musculature to be able to keep your feet wide. Because when you're in here, and what happens is that you get in here and you just kind of shuffle. If you notice when people are walking, they shuffle in there, and as soon as something they're going down with a fall. So that's another area too, where getting in and out of a chair is where you want to make sure you do that right, and you want to have the feet wide. But also part of keeping the feet wide is having that flexibility and the strength in the hips to be able to maneuver there. You can't just set it wide, and then if you're too weak there, it's not going to stay. That's a lot of the reason you see them come together. So that's part of working the hips out, traction the hips out, doing the stretching and the regular exercise classes that'll help with that. But also getting in and out of a chair, you need to build them up to that point. And if they're already at the point where they can stand up like that, then they need to be aware of how to do it and able to do it. When I do seminars, when I show that, that's one of the best things that people are most satisfied with, because it's something they do all day long. It's something that's very easy to do, and it's knowledge that they don't have. So I think just that knowledge would help prevent falls a lot too. And in my next video, I'll go over some of the strengthening that we can do to increase the strength in that position and how to get strong there so that we can keep people standing up and down in the correct way.